I saw life on Jupiter during my out-of-body experience. Of course, we are definitely not alone in this wide universe. I have always been fascinated about extraterrestrial life, and whenever there is an ET movie on the box, I'd be very excited to view it. I thought strongly of extraterrestrial life forms while in deep meditation. I had seen strange lights moving high up in the night sky on several occasions. It must have been unidentified flying objects. Most people shrug extraterrestrial life off as nonsense. Those who repudiate intelligent life forms in our solar system and elsewhere in the universe and outside the universe, simply cannot fathom a reality outside their own scope of 5 limited senses. The strange thing is that most only believe what they can prove, and yet on the flip side believe in things society considers as truth. Since I have the paranormal ability to perform out-of-body experience encounters, I wanted to investigate the extraterrestrial intelligent life form for myself. Welcome to our Paranormal Life channel. Don't forget to click like, as it helps to grow our channel. I have never had a close encounter with extraterrestrial beings, but there is proof enough of intelligent life forms outside the Earth's domain. Even NASA, the US government, and governments worldwide are now coming out of covert hiding and clandestine cover-up about the existence of unidentified flying objects. It was earlier during the year that I decided to perform an out-of-body projection, because I wanted to find out for myself whether there is intelligent life outside our planet. I sat down on the bed and meditated, clearing my mind of everything. I swayed my being into a complete relaxed and austere state. Nothing happened, because I actually fell asleep. But I was not going to give up easily. I really wanted to experience the observation of extraterrestrial life. I had read quite extensively on unidentified flying objects and life elsewhere. I even discussed the phenomena with family and friends, but no one believed that there would be such a thing as aliens. I could not dismiss the plausibility of extraterrestrial life. I tried obtaining an out-of-body experience yet again. However, I failed again. I do have out-of-body experiences. But willfully trying to send my soul self to other planets just didn't occur. I tried for a third time a few days later. It didn't work. But one night, while I laid on bed, being a bit tired, I suddenly found myself floating above the bed. I turned and looked down and saw my physical body on the bed. I knew I was not dead, since I have had out-of-body experience many times before. I would usually encounter the ghostly forms of people, see my immediate and long-term future or state of spiritual development while out of the body. However, this time I wanted to explore physical alien life on other planets. I floated upwards and found myself above the roof of my apartment. It was nighttime, late evening, but I could perceive my surrounding clearly. The next thing, I saw myself out in space. I also noticed there was another figure next to me. It was female. I received the impression it was one of my spirit guides. I became aware of being near a large planet. I saw several moons surrounding the planet. It dawned upon me, since I was thinking very strongly on discovering for myself whether I could be in direct access to alien life elsewhere on another planet, my subconscious mind went into operation subliminally without my conscious mind being aware of it. The experience of going out into space had slipped my mind, because after 3 attempts in getting an out-of-body experience to get out into space had failed. I'm very much aware how the subconscious mind operates. Your subconscious mind works exactly like a computer, or vice versa. It doesn't have an ego self and mind of its own. Your subconscious mind does exactly what you tell it to do and what you tell it to believe. The female spirit guide told me, that is Jupiter. There is life there. I shifted my consciousness away from the spirit guide and concentrated my focus on Jupiter. The planet had no intelligent civilization. But then, I found my mind perusing one of Jupiter's moons. And indeed I beheld aliens living on the moon of Jupiter. I willed myself to go nearer until I found my soul self standing on solid ground. I looked around in wonder. I want to share my out-of-body encounter with you. The first thing I noticed was the tall, elongates buildings. Most buildings were narrow which stretched high up. They had some kind of wheels that appeared to be floating up in the air. It appeared the wheels were driven on invisible roads up in the sky. Then I looked around me and noticed aliens going about their usual routine. Everybody appeared to be busy as if they were working, while others moved about as if moving down a street. I also noticed all of them were attired in what looked like jumpsuits. It was unlike our earthly attire. Life on the moon of Jupiter was simple yet highly evolved. They did not have fashion trends like we do on Earth. What I also found was that my perception outside my physical body was much more sharper than my limited five senses. I found I had extraterrestrial higher senses in my soul self. I found being outside my physical body gave me a profound perception of awareness of my surrounding. I was also aware I was at two places simultaneously. I was conscious in both my bodily self and soul self simultaneously. The alien beings looked like the Greys type ODE.TS. They appeared non-violent. They were aware of my presence. Some of the aliens stood still and observed me. Those close to appeared to be busy with work. I was fully aware I was outside my body and that I was out in space on an alien planetary surface. It was the first time I had found my soul self in the midst of alien civilization. Upon return to my physical body, I observed a presence of some sort. I did not see anything in my room. Somehow I got the strong urge to go outside in the yard for a smoke and mug of strong coffee. I looked up into the sky, hardly seeing the planet Jupiter since it is too far off to readily observe with the naked eye. All of a sudden a far-off light started to come into view from the northwestern low sky. The light came nearer. It started to change color from bright white into red then bright blue. It moved like lightning from one side to another. I thought in my mind, it would be just a matter of time when I'd have an extraterrestrial encounter of the first kind.